So let's talk about Best Actress. I've only seen 3 of these, so I've missed 2 of these. Has anyone seen Philomena?
Unfortunately, I did not see Philomena.
It was like the one movie that did not come back to theaters around here around Oscar time. It was out like September to October-ish, and then it was just gone.
It just didn't seem like a movie that was going to make an impact.
Yeah,
it's hard, and it's just hard to tell. You can only see so much.
Yeah. So I'm not. I have no idea about this category. The nominees: Amy Adams in American Hustle, Cate Blanchett in Blue Jasmine, Sandra Bullock in Gravity, Judi Dench in Philomena, Meryl Streep in August Osage County. I think of the 3 that I saw, my personal favorite was Cate Blanchett in Blue Jasmine. I thought she was really good in that, especially playing someone who's so loathsome. But at the same time, you kind of hope she gets better, but you're not all that concerned whether she – it's a weird balance to strike because she's a character who clearly does not understand the world around her. She's sort of like a lost puppy. But at the same time, it's a puppy that bites people. You're like, maybe you should just put that down. I don't know. Maybe it's not worth saving. But then you kind of root for her a little bit. But then you sort of see her get her comeuppance. But did she deserve that or what? It's a very tough line to get.
It reminded me quite a bit of the film Young Adult and Charlize Theron's character, which I really liked that film. And I liked Blue Jasmine for the fact that a lot of times in films, women, if they're complicated, still at the end, you got to wrap it up in a nice bow and they have to be redeemed in some way. And Blanchett's character, Jasmine, is not redeemed at the end of that film. And I thought she played, like you said, a particularly reprehensible person throughout it. There is one huge omission for me. I really thought Greta Gerwig should have been nominated for Frances Ha. Meryl Streep needs to stop being nominated.
Yeah.
It's just ridiculous at this point.
Yeah, it's like it's the default nominee. It's like the Woody Allen nomination.
We all understand she's the greatest actress ever, right?
Yeah.
Whatever. The most nominated. And she's a friend of IU Cinema, and I love her. I love her work dearly, but let's get some new...
She's not one of the best 5 actresses every year.
No.
And
Gerwig, I've seen her in a bunch of the Mumblecore films and other things, the Greenberg movie, which she lit up the screen and was such a energetic presence. I really, really wish she would have been nominated for this.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Yeah, and I feel like this category has... I think everyone in this category has been nominated before. And it just feels like a bit of a letdown, right? It's like there's got to be more actresses than this, right? Like we're doing a disservice to the world if this is all the actresses that we can find to think about.
And even, we've said the Adams role could have been a supporting nominee.
I loved Sandra Bullock in Gravity. I thought it was really amazing what she did. I feel like I'm missing too much knowledge on this to speak authoritatively on it. So, I think Cate Blanchett is who I would go with just because I really loved – that was the main thing that I loved about that movie. I think I'm a little biased on that film because it was so depressing and I was not in the mood to see a depressing film. And you're right. There's no redemption. It's like it's just awful. Everyone. It's bad for everyone. Everyone does the wrong thing. Everyone gets punished, even when they don't deserve to get punished, and even when they get their life back on track. It's like, nope, you didn't have your life back on track enough, and you're done.
Well, it's the downbeat day after to the coke high of Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah. So I think I don't know who. I have no idea who will win. So I'm just going to go with Cate Blanchett as both should win, will win.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I have no dog in this fight. I'm going to say Bullock.
Okay.
The people love her, as they should. She'll if she goes up on stage, she'll say something very clever and funny, and do something else even more so awesome than she did this year. That's. Yeah. I look at this list and I'm just kind of like, okay, those are some really good actresses.
Yeah. Was
I blown away by the performances? Possibly not.
Yeah.
Amy Adams was my favorite performance of the year. I always love performances where they're playing different characters, and there's that wonderful scene where she's slipping in and out of her British accent. I love how she can't seem to even subconscious. She does it subconscious. She's playing it subconsciously, where she's not really sure which person she is. One thing I love about David O. Russell's films is he loves old Preston Sturges screwball comedies. And this is obviously a take on the Lady Eve and kind of all of that character. I loved her performance a lot. If you had told me, asked me this a couple of weeks ago, I would have said Cate Blanchett was a lock. I think it's no fault of her own, but I think the latest controversy, I think Amy Adams is going to win. That'll be my big upset.
Should win. Greta Gerwig will win. I think Cate Blanchett's going to win.
Yeah.
And the odds makers have her as a heavy favorite with Adams second.
Yeah.
A Place for Film is recorded at WFIU Studios in Bloomington, Indiana.